Not since the 90s have HBCUs been given a public advertising blitz. It was seen as a badge of honor to represent and support where your parents came from, support the school your grandparents went to. It was like giving back to home. It was a badge of honor, and they wore it proudly. But now, the new graduates of HBCUs, they're taking that badge of honor to a whole nother level. Follow me. Natalie Coles will never forget receiving an unexpected phone call in 2020. On the line was Virginia-based Dominion Energy, offering to give money to Wilberforce University, a small HBCU, where she is in charge of fundraising. The company's $500,000 donation went in part towards laptops, hotspots for the kids during the pandemic when the college campus was shut down outside of Dayton, Ohio. HBCUs, which have seen giving from foundations decline in recent decades, lately are benefiting from increase of gifts, particularly from corporations and corporate foundations. Some have received a new look from companies amid the reckoning of a racial injustice spurred by the killing of George Floyd. But the colleges also have been pitching themselves, emphasizing their ability to deliver returns on investment in student mobility. Another factor given to corporations was the influence by black employees. At the beverage company, Diego North America, an employee resource group, African Americans shaped a program that has provided almost $12 million to HBCUs, said Daniel Robinson, the head of the community engagement program for Diego. The money has gone toward scholarships at 29 schools to lessen the burden on black graduates. The giving to HBCUs is a newer trend for corporations. It was largely ignored them before 2020. Mary Beth Gassman, a Rutgers University professor who researches HBCUs, said increasingly HBCUs have been using the language of business to argue they not only have a high need or a good investment. HBCUs often have smaller endowments, lower levels of public funding than other universities. A report released in May found foundation support for HBCUs declined 30% from 2002 to 2019. The data is incomplete for recent years, but HBCUs have been reporting a sustained increase lately in donations from corporations as well as philanthropic foundations. Delaware State University received $20 million from Mackenzie Scott in 2020. At Wilberforce University, the donation from Dominion supports scholarships and a lecture series on racial inequality in addition to technology investments. At Spelman College in Georgia, an increase in donations has allowed schools to expand financial aid and start centers for black entrepreneurship in the arts. If a donor gives you the resources, you can show support. You can show impact in terms of how that gift has made a difference. They will continue to give. FAMU received donations from corporate and philanthropic foundations almost double from last year, where it receives $2.4 million at this time compared to $5.3 million so far this year. The graduates of these HBCUs are getting into the workforce and making the workforce respond back to their college. That's the next step HBCUs are going to take. It's one thing to ask for donations from your alumni. It's another thing to ask for donations from the state. But when the workforce that you send your alumni into sees how good you have been doing to get this group of workers going, and they start giving back to you, that's the next level. That's the next step. And it's going to call for unity within the next HBCU generation. But I think we're in good hands. It's Coach Simmons. Y'all have a good day.